And that was Mozart's Piano Sonata number 11 in A major. Hot new track from the Moats, baby. Don't you love the Moats? The Moats is back with a hot new track. Highly anticipated Mozart's Piano Sonata number 11 in A major. You teased a little bit of it last week. And let me tell you, Moats heads were really anticipating that one. How you like that one, Moats heads? It's been a while since he's come out with a sonata in A major. This is his 11th. Gotta hand it to the guy. He really knows how to name a song. Mozart does. Hi guys. Hi, I thought I would start it off on a classy note. There. What a fun song that was to intro to, you know? It crossed my mind that I might be infringing on copyright. That might have been a copyright infringement. But isn't there a statute of limitations on that? Mozart was what, 200 years ago? So there's a statute of limitation, now that we can use Steamboat Willie, whatever the Mickey Mouse thing is, we can surely use Mozart. I'm not going to get in trouble for playing that, am I? God, I'm about to record a whole ass episode, and if it gets flagged because I played Mozart, that's really gonna suck for this. It's gonna suck for me, it's gonna suck for you, and I'll tell you why it's gonna suck also for me. One more time, come back around to me. I gotta make it about myself, because you're not here. You're just kind of a hypothetical listener out in the listenerverse, and it's just me right now. So gonna come back around, make it about me. Here's another reason why that would suck. I'm really fidgety in my chair. It's because I wore fleece pants and they're so hot. My butt is hot already. I'm gonna feel the sweat on my ass. I'm gonna feel the pimples on my ass. My ass is gonna hurt for this one. And that's why it would double suck for me if I recorded a whole ass 2 hours of PodGis, 1 hour now, and another hour for my Patreoners. All this to find out that Mozart number 11, sonata number 11 in A major, is copyrighted by Mozart's great granddaughter, and there goes my entire goddamn episode. You know what I'm saying? So praying that is not the case. Otherwise, the next 2 hours. Oh, let me tell you why. The real reason why I was supposed to double suck before I completely forgot my place. As of right now, this current second, the clock I am looking at, it is 12:20 in the morning. And why is that significant, you ask? Because I'm about to go on this journey with you, and I am also about to go on a journey. I really challenge people to be attracted to me. I don't know why some of you say that I'm cute or whatever when I do shit like that, just to try and challenge just how far I can take your goodwill. Okay. Anyways, in about 6 hours, I must be getting up, for I'm flying out to Saskatoon. For the next leg of the Gay AF tour. And I meant to do this all day today, but I got caught up in a whole bunch of other work and I procrastinated, and I ended up watching the Toronto Maple Leafs game. Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go. And that went to overtime, and Toronto ended up winning. Go Leafs, go. And so here I am. And then I had to pack. All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. They're not quite packed, actually. There's still much left to do. So much left to do. I packed pretty dresses for the shows this week in Saskatoon and Winnipeg. And Usually I wear like rock and roll ripped jeans and shit, but I thought since these are the last two gigs for the Gay AF tour into the foreseeable future, so I thought I would be dressy about it, you know? I'll be dressy about it. I need new clothes, man. I realize every time I go out on these tours, I'm like, I got nothing to wear. And maybe that's a classic girl problem to look at your closet and be like, I got nothing to wear. And then and then you go, oh, and then you dramatically fall on the windowsill. Oh, and you look out on the veranda forlornly. Oh, as you sip your mint julep and you're like, oh, woe is me. And maybe some of you have a boyf that you run into the open arms of and you say, I don't have it. Oh my God, I don't have any clothes. And he rolls his eyes gently and caringly, and with a warm voice he chuckles to himself. Oh, Beverly, he says to himself. Oh, Beverly. And you know in that moment that you're loved and cherished, and even though he's kind of being patronizing to your plight as a woman, and he would never understand, of course, because he's just a dumb hetero man, at least you feel held and appreciated, because goddamn it, Beverly, you deserve it. You deserve it, Beverly. You deserve it. You deserve the world. I love you, Beverly. I'm pumped for this leg of the tour. I gotta say, between you and I have been imbibing a little too much alcohol when I go up on stage. And lately, like, I look back on the footage and I'm like, none of my improv has been clever or inspired or any sort of nuanced or subtle, and I'm just being loud. I'm just being loud. It helps that I'm being carried on my charisma and timing and confidence, but not on my wit. There I my wit that I am quite proud of has not really quite been on display lately. And I think it's because I'm playing it too fast and loose. And so I'm going to tighten up for these last 3 shows on the tour. Even though I'm doing a little bit less time in the early Saskatoon show, I'm only doing like half an hour. Gugh. God, you gotta let a bird fly. Would you ask a bird not to sing? Would you ask a fish not to swim? Would you ask a sloth not to sleuth? Would you ask a caterpillar not to become a butterfly? Then don't ask me to do less time. That's what I'm saying. To all the producers out there, don't get mad when I go a little bit over time, especially when I'm crushing it. You know what I mean? Just let me just be amazing and so good at what I do. Let me just fucking crush it. So thanks. Vocal fry. This is the only way I can sound at all feminine. God, good drinking game to do for PodGis is take a drink every time she mentions voice or vocal work or vocal feminization. You'll be drunk in a jiff. Leafs won. Oh yeah, I'm back on the bandwagon. Don't you know it? The playoff season is upon us, and as a born and raised in Whitby, Ontario, in the suburbs outside of Toronto. Uh, here's my Porsche 911. It's fun to drive in the hills of Los Angeles, in the Beverly Hills. It's fun to drive in the Hollywood Hills. Remember that fucking turd? Um, playoffs are back, and as a born and raised Whitbyer, but on the outskirts of Toronto, I'm a born and raised Leafs fan. My dad is a Leafs fan. I inherited it from my father. And yeah, I should ask my papa what it was like to see the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup. He was like 10 years old. Isn't that crazy to think about? I would and I'm back on the wagon. I'm on the bandwagon. And don't get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. If you listen back, I don't know which episode it is of PodGis, but Ava will tell you so. I think anybody who isn't a bandwagon jumper is a loser. You're an idiot. Because what a silly, expensive time to be cheering on a team while they suck. That's not efficient, baby. That's not efficient, girl. You gotta cheer for a team when they have a higher chance of success. And you say, Ava, oh, but since I stuck with them through the hard times, that makes the good times so much sweeter. And to that I say, pish posh, I can enjoy a victory as much as you. Look at my carefree spirit. Look at my happiness. I can cry tears of joy. I can look around at all of your faces. I can see the pain in your face. And I, as an empath, God, don't you hate it when people say that? I'm an empath. I'm going to say that satirically. So you guys, and I'm going to, well, it's not satire if you point it out. It's like a metaphor is a metaphor until it's a simile when you use words as like and such as. And then it's a simile, which isn't as sophisticated. But anyways, this is satire. This is not satire. This is what, parody? Now that I'm pointing it out. No, it's not parody either. That's wrong. Um anyways, oh, empath. I'm an empath. Girl, I'm an empath. I feel other people's feelings. And no, it's not, it couldn't possibly because of body language or visual cues or people literally relating their experiences to me and me as a human being connecting to and relating to that experience. No, I'm an empath. I'm a, I have a special psychological ability that makes me special from you. Even though I don't understand concepts like fucking body language and picking up on human interpersonal cues. Anyways, I'm an empath. Like I'm an X-Man. Those people bother me. Empathy is a trait. You can't be an empath. You're not a fucking clairvoyant. You can empathize with people's plight, and you can have emotional intelligence. You can have different levels of sensitivity and recognition in other people's emotional responses, and a sensitivity in yourself to like take those on and reflect them and absorb them and reflect them back. But there's no such thing as an empath. You don't read tea tree leaves in your tea. If someone's crying in front of you and you go, oh, what's this I feel? Sadness as well? I must be psychologically extraordinary. Am I an X-Man? Am I a mutant? What are these phenomenal powers I possess? No, you saw somebody crying and you saw humanity reflected upon yourself, and you also got sad. That is a human thing. That is being baseline emotionally intelligent. That is being emotionally aware. That is relating on a human level. You are not a superhero. I know it's fun to think you are, but like, I hate to be harsh. And this is the thing. This is what sucks about being a comedian and making fun of things is I know all types and I'm friends with all types. And when I say things like this, and when I make fun of people who believe in horoscopes, for example, I have friends who believe that they're late for a job interview because Mercury's in some fucking position out in the universe. And it's like, I'm still their friend, even though I think they're a little bit cocoa bananas. And same goes with empaths. I have friends who think that they're empaths, and I hope that when they hear this, they're not offended. But a comedian's guys, I have opinions. Ah, shit, man. But I get it if you think you're an empath and this is the code you live by, and then you hear somebody talk some shit about your empath abilities, and then you're like, if you don't want to hang out with me anymore because now you know my true feelings about empaths, then shit, I don't blame you. You know, I see people post shit about trans people, and I'm like, I'll never look at you the same way again. Although I'm inclined to argue, like, if I if I roll my eyes at your claim that you're special because you feel sad when you see somebody crying, and you think that gives you a special psychological ability because you can read body language on an average level, then, and you hear me talking shit on you, then I can see why you would be like, well, Ava's no friend of mine if that's how she believes about my beliefs. And that makes me sad. And that makes me feel like I should keep these opinions to myself, even though I do think, you know, I think what I think. Look at me battling with whatever this is. Standing, just, being true to what you believe. I'm being true to what I believe. I'm being true to what I believe. And what I believe is that empaths they don't exist. Show me a study that proves me wrong. But God, if there's that's one of the things that makes me roll my eyes and clock out on people so quickly. You know what I mean? As soon as somebody says, uh, there are some words that come up when somebody mentions, like, first time somebody says woke, I'm just like, you've lost my respect. I don't know if I can take seriously any of what you're about to say henceforth. If you unironically use the word woke, or, yeah, if you reference, you're like, yeah, but he's a Capricorn, so, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, there you go. There goes your credibility. just like hitting an airlock on a spaceship. Just off it goes. Bye-bye. And I look through the window on the other side of the airlock and just watch it drift off aimlessly, helplessly into space with nothing to propel its way back towards me. That's it. All my respect for you has been jettisoned out of an airlock on a spaceship. Yeah, and anyways, he was crazy because he was a fucking Leo. Chunk. Sorry, my respect for you is out in space. And guess what? In space, no one can hear you in space. When you're in space, no one can hear you in space. Congratulations, you're in space. And I can't hear you. I can't respect you while you're out in space. Oh God, the thought of packing the rest of my shit just crossed my mind. I have so much more stuff to pack. I've packed performing clothes, all my merch. Navigating merch is so hard, you guys. Packing merch is so hard. Fuck. How do you, the longer the tour and the more difficult the packing is. And this is only 5 days, 3 shows. It's like, I want to sell some merch. I only have 1 XL left and nothing more than that. Boy, am I about to disappoint a lot of people. I meant to buy more this week, but I just never got around to it. Hi ho, the Pope is dead. Are you guys? I hope you're here with me instead of mourning the Pope. Pope is dead. God bless. He's in a better place. Unless he covered up pedophiles, then he's where he belongs. Unless he's in heaven, then he doesn't belong there if he covered up pedophiles. I'm jaded, man. I'm cynical on all religions, but like this one too. I was raised Catholic. So like, you know, I'm conflicted. On the one hand, I see all these tributes to him that are like he was the most progressive pope, almost combatively, like against a lot of the cardinals and whoever against the rest of the church. They were like, "Hey man, you're going too hard, dog. You like the gays too much. What? Gays are human beings? Whoa, 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 man. You are blowing our minds. That's too much. What? Immigrants aren't monsters that we need to fucking banish from our lands? What? Immigrants are human beings? That's that's a step too far. What even was his name? Pope, not John Paul, Francis. That's a bit too far, Francis. Bit too far. And that's the thing. That's the point I'm making is that like seeing all the tributes that are like he progressed the church, he kind of brought them along closer to the 21st century than anyone else did. It's like good for you. Like how much credit am I allowed to give an institution that is still 40 years fucking behind? You know what I mean? Like okay, and you know what I mean? You don't deserve a cookie because you maybe implied that gay people aren't monsters that deserve death. You know what I mean? Gay marriage has been legal for like 20 years now, and you're only now being like, yeah, I guess gay people, God is like maybe okay. It's God is okay with them, but I think gay sex is still icky. And everyone's like, wow, so progressive. Like, go fuck yourself. I don't have a lot of patience for that shit. You know what I mean? So when everybody's like, as a queer person, I'm really sad to see him go because that meant a lot to me for him to say that. It's like, girl, have higher standards. Leave the church entirely. We can do better. We can all do better. Why are we holding on to these institutions that are kicking and screaming and not even into the 21st century? You know what I mean? I'm not about to give you a fucking cookie because you're maybe just catching up to where we were 30 years ago socially. You know what I mean? Don't care. Sorry to be critical, sorry to be harsh. If this is harsh, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm done applauding less than the bare minimum. Less than the bare minimum. You know? And maybe I don't know enough about this guy. Maybe I don't know enough about what he has done or said, and maybe I'm being ungenerous to what he has truly preached because, but even still, it's like he was like, yeah, gay people are children of God, and if they're God followers, and if they I did like one of the things he said where it was like people don't need to go to churches, church can be a place of meditation, it can be outside, you can be in nature, it can be a church, you can pray to God wherever. He's fucking omniscient. You don't need church isn't a payphone that you go in to chink put in your 25 cents to dial up a direct line to the big man upstairs. If he's all powerful, then he can fucking hear me talking shit about his followers right now. But look, I'm sorry that your pope is dead. And I'm happy. I'm happy that he was as progressive as he was, don't get me wrong. I much prefer that to the alternative, and progress is progress, and I will give it that credit that it progressed, but God, like, listen, if we could just stop and listen to ourselves saying this kind of shit and being like, well, like, what are our expectations at this point for the Western world? And how much are we willing to accommodate religions that don't fucking accommodate us back? You know what I mean? I'm getting real extreme. I'm getting real rebellious here. I'm getting real rebellious. I'm talking some real shit here. Look, if religion gives you comfort and you don't impose on anyone else's freedom to express themselves or their lives, or and if it just provides you hope and some kind of comfort about the afterlife, I personally think you can do better. I think we can all do better, and I think if religion didn't stand in the way in the modern era, we could progress fucking medically and socially, and just the human race could be so much better without religion. It is now it is now a ball and chain that is holding us back, to the point where we're like, "Oh, we're so sorry to see this guy go." And he, like, a week after saying maybe gay people are fine, he was taped saying there are too many faggots in the Vatican. You know what I mean? Or whatever the equivalent, the Italian equivalent is. So, like, boohoo. Sorry. Sorry to be insensitive, but you know, these eyes, oh, these eyes are crying. These eyes are why does that guy turn into a fucking Muppet in that song? I hate that song. Whenever it comes on, it makes me cringe into a tiny ball, into a tumbleweed that I roll down some dusty hill. I hate that song. These eyes, cry every night for you. And his voice, it cracks and stuff. Not like mine. Nobody's voice cracks like the OG over here. God, my voice, I hate it. Um, he see, crack there. I'll never sound like a girl. Drink. Um, I fucking okay. Anyways, that song. These eyes, cry every night for you. What a pussy. And then the song. I can't. I'm not an empath, so I can't empathize with this. He's not. He doesn't evoke any emotion from me. He's not getting the intended emotion. This sad song, all I can hear is a Muppet. I've never seen a laugh, but I never seen a laugh, but I never seen a no, I don't know what I have a you. And I hate that part too. Why is he fucking going off like this? And then, you know what he is? You know what that song is? That song to me is an Olympic long jumper, long jump skier, or whatever that event is called, where they have the skis that are like 2 sedans long, 2 chevrons long, whatever. An 18-wheeler's length of skis, some Dr. Seuss like cartoonish length. It's That song is a long ski jumper with an 18-wheeler size ski. He's going down the speedy part, the ramp, and he's going down the steep part and he's gaining speed, and then he skis through a swarm of bees, and they're attacking him while he's gaining speed and accelerating, towards the jump. And then when he hits the jump, he's in the air and he's left the bees behind. And he's trying to recover and stay graceful and stick the landing. That's what I mentally imagine every single time I hear, these eyes have never seen a love, but I never seen a wow, but I never seen a love, but I haven't never seen a love but you. And he's soaring now. I fucking hate that song. I hate that song. And then the key change. And then there's key changes at the end to make it more dramatic. These eyes are crying. These eyes are crying. These eyes have never seen a love, but I never seen a wow, but I never seen a do, but I never seen a wow, but you. And then the trumpet. How am I supposed to cry to this song? It's a fucking Muppet song. It's a song for Muppets. These eyes are crying. I'm gonna get a noise complaint. It's 1 a.m. and golly gee whiz, I do want to stick around. I want to keep chilling and talking and having fun with you guys because I'm an empath and I can feel that you guys want to continue and chill and have a good time as well. But due to my time management skills and due to the fact that I need to be up in like 5 hours for this to fly out, and I still want to do a little bit for my Patreon, so I'm still gonna commit a little bit more time to hanging out with my Patreoners. Pew pew pew. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you in a minute. But I'm gonna call it here. And because I also need to do the editing and I need to upload this, there's a lot that needs to be done. And it's 1 a.m. and I'm so sorry. But this is gonna be a shorty. Shorty got low, 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 low. These eyes are crying. Go Leafs go. Game 2. Leafs Senators. A renewal of the rivalry. That was a close one. Overtime win. Overtime win. The Leafs won in overtime, and I'm so excited for that. That's so awesome. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do the fucking. I promised a friend I would do a video, and I forgot it. Oh crap. Okay. Anyways, just looking at my notes here. That was fun. I feel good. I hope you do too. Okay. Patreoners, I'll upload a separate video and yeah, and I'll post this Patreon just for you guys. So stay tuned for the second one. Okay. Thank you for listening to PodGis. You guys are the best. I love you. Sorry for the long break. I'm back. This was a fun one, and I'm glad it was fun. I got depressed there for a minute, and it probably would have opened with me complaining too much. And, in a way, the Pope dying gave me some material to talk about. So I was just waiting for JD Vance to come along and kill that guy, just so I could have an episode of PodGis. So maybe God does exist. Maybe that was all part of God's plan. Is he knew that Ava was struggling to come up with material for PodGis because she wasn't feeling good about herself. And so he sent JD Vance to kill the Pope. And so the Pope's death would inspire Ava to do a really, really late, last minute PodGis and talk about the Pope's death that led into These Eyes Are Crying. And boy, what a fun episode that her fans enjoyed. And this was all part of God's plan. I'm a believer now. I take back everything I said about religion. It's great. It's fantastic. And now I believe it. And now I believe in the hope that I've received. Thank you, Lord, for these thy gifts, which I was about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Thank you for the gifts that I've just received. Amen. And amen. Hallelujah. That was Mozart's. Let's play it out with Mozart's. Piano Sonata number 11 in A major. Here we go. Turn it up. Turn it up. 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 Turn it up. Turn it up. Radio DJ.
New, new, new. New hit. Amadeus Mozart.
Is this still the same one? Yeah. Wait for the finish. There it is. I love that. Oh, that part is so sick too. Come on, guys. Vibe with this. If you're not a fan of classical music, I don't care. Here it comes. Here it comes. Climax. How triumphant! Big finish. Big finish. Come on. Yes! That was Piano Sonata number 11 in A major from Mozart. Our boy Mozart. New hit single. Callers call in, tell us how you like that, and maybe you too could buy tickets to his next orchestra coming to Venice in 2 months. Get your tickets. We're giving them a couple away for free. So call in with, let us know which number sonata that was from Mozart. Oh God, I promised this episode would end a while ago. Sorry, if you're not a fan of classical music, then you're no fan of mine, because here we go. I'm in my classical music arc. Fuck yeah. Starting with Mozart, ending on Mozart. What a triumphant song! A major is a great scale as well. Or great key. Sorry. Great key. A major. So great. Love it. So versatile. Oh, it's hot in here. Fleece pants was a bad choice. My butt's starting to itch. This episode should have ended 5 minutes ago, but I wanted to show you guys Mozart. Oh, I love, that's my favorite classical music piece. Love it. Happy, triumphant. Even happier than my theme song, which is called Happy Place. But this is so nice. Okay, anyways, thanks for listening. God is real, because he killed the Pope so I could have an episode of PodGis. Okay, thanks, bye.